was, and obviously one of the things I did bring with me was obviously my notes that I brought with me when I was with England. You'll be looking at the batting, so we want more discipline in the batting, more patience in the batting, and some intent to score as well. I mean, it is all about scoring runs, and that's what I want the batting lineup to do. So that's one of the things I'll be trying to do, is instill the confidence into the boys so they can go out there, construct innings and score big runs, certainly in the first innings, and give us something to bowl at. It's something that I'm sure you guys have spoken about already amongst the press, but it's not rocket science. It's just trying to get that confidence into the boys to put those runs on the board for us. Okay, so the points that I looked at was, one, I mean, could I make a difference here? And I believe I can. Having seen the talent, obviously, from an opposition point of view, that I know we have in this team, it excited me, not only across the test format, but a white ball format as well, having played against Sri Lanka in the white ball format. I think we can make a difference, obviously, with the batsmen, trying to instill the confidence that we've just talked about. But equally, I think I can help the bowlers. Obviously, that's my specialist department. So I know I can help the bowlers in that way. And equally, I believe if we push the national team on, we can climb up the rankings and we can get back to that dominance force that Sri Lanka once was. But equally, I want to put a Sri Lankan flair on that as well. I want the boys to be able to express themselves. And I don't want them to be anybody else. I want them to be themselves and fly the flag for Sri Lanka. So for me, one of the challenges for that was obviously the communication. I had to make sure that the plans that I'm trying to put in place, I can get across to the boys properly. And obviously, Naveed helps me brilliantly with that so far. Equally, I've got to be aware that, I mean, the way I see things is not always the way someone else sees it. So I've got to be aware of how culture works as well. And I had good experience of that in Zimbabwe when I worked out in Zimbabwe. So I think, I mean, all in all, what we've got here is very exciting. And I think I can make a difference to it. And ultimately, that is what made me want to take the job, to come out here and try and make a difference. I've heard a lot about fitness while I've been here, and obviously it's been a real topic of conversation. I'd like to just reframe it a little bit, and let's look at it from a different point of view. Why do we do fitness? Fitness is there to help you perform over a long period of time. It's there to help a team perform over a long period of time in what is a very congested cricket calendar. So for me, it's about giving the players the best chance of longevity and giving Sri Lanka the best chance of, success over a long period of time over 3 formats. If you look at how much cricket the multi-format players play, it is a lot. And we've got 4 back-to-back tests coming up. We have got a lot of cricket in Sri Lanka, and we all know, we've seen today, the sun beating down is hard work. So it just highlights why we actually try and do the fitness. It's not for me, it's for the players to help themselves and to help, ultimately, to help the team, because team always comes first. I certainly have recognised that. It's one of the things that we've talked about before I came here. So I've spent the last couple of weeks just digging through stats, looking at how we can improve that. And I think one of them is the intent to score. We have to give the batsmen the confidence to go out there and not fear getting out and have that intent to score, because with the intent to score comes a rotation of strike and comes the boundaries as well. That's not to say we're going to be reckless. What I'm saying is we need to bring smart into that as well. But I do want them to be positive. I want them to be brave. And I want them to impose themselves on the game. And I think if we go out with that attitude, we'll see the dot ball percentage go down and the strike rates go up, which can only be a good thing. And that's what we'll be trying in training as well. I've encouraged the guys to be very specific when they train, have a think about who they're going to come up against, and practice to suit those situations. So rather than just training on a broad scale, every time you come out of that net, you come out a better player than you went in. And to do that, you have to consider what challenges you're going to have in front of you, and then go experiment, find a way, make your strengths stronger, and obviously work on the things that you may not be as strong at, but ultimately make your strengths stronger. I've been here 2 weeks now. It was, obviously first week, just trying to get on the inside, trying to get to know the guys. This week I've seen a real improvement in the way they have trained. I've seen an improvement in their shot selection, the way they have gone about their business in the nets from a batting point of view. And what I have seen is I've specifically challenged the test bowlers to be hot on their first 12 balls, because we all know that the first 12 balls you can make a real impact of your spell, as well as pushing the pressure back onto the batsman. What I have noticed is they've responded really well to that. They responded really well to the fielding drills that we've been doing, and I can't knock their work ethic when it comes to cricket. I mean, they've been enthusiastic and really, sort of dove into everything that we've tried to do so far. So personally, I've been really pleased with how the boys have trained and the reception that we've received so far as a new sort of management, really. But the guys have been great. Well, long term is obviously to rise up the rankings and compete with the best teams in the world and compete. Obviously, we've got 2 World Cups coming up. We want to compete in them. Short term, we have to obviously start the philosophy of how we want to play, instill that into the players and give them an opportunity to grow into that. I'm not going to tell you it's going to happen straight away, because that is unrealistic and it won't happen that way. But what we can do is instill the way of thinking over a period of time, grow the confidence, and that is the first stage of obviously a long-term goal. So we'll start with that and work our way through. The plans are already in place. What we're going to look at doing out in Bangladesh as a team, when we all get together, we will go through them. But I think from a bowling perspective, it's instilling the discipline that we can do good things for long periods of time and not getting bored of doing them. So hitting your line of length, finding top of off on any given pitch and being able to live there. And then you bring in the skills of wobble seam, swinging it. All our guys can swing it, which is great because we need movement as well. So it's just bringing all those skills together and being disciplined enough to live in one area for long enough that you can wear the opposition down if need be. And equally, what are our plan Bs? I mean, do we go to the bouncers? It's all right having a plan B, but you've then got to have the skills to deliver them. So this is what we're working on in the nets. And again, it will be a gradual process. Just because I say it doesn't mean to say everybody's going to be able to do it. But if you sow the seed and let it grow, over a period of time, you will find that people can do it, and you will gel together as a bowling attack. And it's not just the seams; it's the spinners as well. I mean, they are a bowling unit, and they will have to work together at times. I do actually, yeah. I mean, from my point of view, it's the fact that they're young means that they will take on information very quickly. They'll be eager to have a go at things and maybe try new things as well, and they're maybe not so set in their ways. And the response I've got from the bowlers that we've been working with in the last 2 weeks has been excellent. And I've got to say I've really enjoyed working with them, and I'm seeing good results so far. And if we can keep growing that, then hopefully you'll see that on the field as well over a period of time.